This is the Renaissance World Tour during the America Has a Problem interlude. Zoom in and you'll see this clip of a horse running. This is the intro to Jordan Peele's Nope. This is a tweet from Monkey Paw Productions. And this is my theory on why I think Jordan Peele will be collaborating with Beyonce on a dystopian horror film, possibly set in space. Let's dive in. The clip of a horse running is not just any film. It's the first ever motion picture, well, proto-motion picture. It's titled The Horse in Motion, and it was shot by English photographer Edward Muybridge in 1878. The series became the first example of chronophotography, an early method to photographically record the passing of time. There are 16 frames of a horse, also 16 songs on Renaissance and 16 carriages. I suspect there will be 16 songs on Act 2. This Horse in Motion film was kind of an accident. Muybridge was commissioned by Leland Stanford as a way to study a horse's gait. Long story short, Muybridge invented a way to take many photos in a quick succession, and those 16 frames were put together and made the first ever film. An incredibly important piece of the development of motion pictures that is cemented in the history of film. You'd think we know everything about this clip. We know Edward Muybridge is the one who shot it. We know Leland Stanford is the one who commissioned it. We even know the name of the horse, Sally Gardner. But we don't know the name of the black jockey riding it. That's right, we don't know. Historians have tried to trace it, but there's no solid proof or evidence of the man's name. Black history getting erased again. Back in the 1800s, the world of sports and entertainment were one of the few places African Americans could excel in Jim Crow times. Muybridge's documenting of this black jockey offers a rare visual glimpse into the history. So why is it in the beginning of Nope? The Horse in Motion is an important plot point to Nope. Emerald Haywood, played by Keke Palmer, and O.J. Haywood, played by Daniel Kaluuya, are the descendants of Alistair E. Haywood, a fictional name. The first black actor and animal trainer shown on film, who was the founder of Haywood Hollywood Horses.
And we are your animal wranglers today with Haywood Hollywood Horses. Now, did you know that the very first assembly of photographs in sequential order to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Look it up. Now, I know you guys know Edward Muybridge, the grandfather of motion pictures, who took the pictures that created that clip. But does anybody know the name of the black jockey that rode the horse?
No.
Nope. I mean, the very first stuntman, animal wrangler, and movie star all rolled into one, and there is literally no record of them. That man was a Bahamian jockey that went by the name of Alistair E. Haywood, and he is my great-great-grandfather.
Great.
There's another great-grandfather. That's why back at the Haywood Ranch, as the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood, we like to say since the moment pictures could move, we had skin in the game.
After this, O.J. is getting the horse ready for filming, and someone on set brings a mirror ball up to it. This makes the horse react and kick back, resulting in it being too dangerous to film.
Well, I think you might need a break.
Yeah, we'll rehearse one first and then break, yeah?
Well, I'm ready to do one.
OJ, she's ready to do one. Tell the horse we're ready to do one.
VFX, can we get the ball in here while we have a sec?
Yeah.
VFX. And OJ, you can step off. Step out. Yeah. Step off.
Yeah.
Step out.
What's the horse's name?
Lucky.
Lucky.
Right. Let's just...
Is he?
Yeah,
You calling me?
Hey, man, if she can't get near the back of the horse, what are we doing here?
Hey! Whoa.
This gets Haywood Hollywood Horses fired from the job. O.J. is visibly upset, and one of the crew members tries to comfort him, but in the background we see a green screen horse that are wheeling in the background to replace the Haywood horse.
Look, maybe it's just too soon. Huh? It's not the gig. Not ready yet. Right?
You need it,
No, I
man.
know. Your dad left an enormous hole. I know that. But don't worry, there'll be others. All right? I'm sorry. And...
Sorry.
Just tell her sorry.
Cut to the Renaissance World Tour. In Beyonce's Memories Run Through My Wires interlude, we see her on a green screen stage with none other than a green screen horse. So we have not one, but two direct references to Nope, the Horse in Motion film and the green screen horse. So what does this mean, and why is Beyonce doing a film with Jordan Peele? My opinion only. A lot of the Black experience is horror, from the more obvious ones to the more subtle ones. Important figures being lost to history like ghosts. It seems, unless the trauma is severe, they're not allowed to mourn the loss. While the Haywood family is not based on a real family, they are symbolic of the important contributors to lost history. Nope continues Us and Get Out's social commentary and undertones that use horror and comedy. The Haywood's plight is that while motion pictures have evolved into a lucrative business, their family's contribution is absent. Referencing the real history of film, the horse in the motion picture sequence is given credit, but not the jockey, who could conceivably be not just one of the first actors in Hollywood, but an important part of Black history. Jordan Peele is able to bring light to another industry where people of color were marginalized and uncredited. What's interesting, too, is that when the horse kicks back, they don't even ask the Haywoods if they have another horse, which of course they would have, giving them another chance respecting their Hollywood legacy. Rather, they quickly replace it with this CGI green screen horse. It's almost like they were excited for an excuse to fire them. Perhaps even they knew the mirror would upset the horse, sabotaging it themselves. Black film history has been pushed out of memory. In the ranch house in Nope, there are posters of Duel at Diablo and Buck the Preacher, the very first Western starring and directed by Sidney Poitier in 1966 and 1972. Buck and the Preacher was groundbreaking for casting Black actors as main characters. Beyonce has long spoken about uplifting Black voices, ones that weren't forgotten, and remembering legacies and pioneers in African American history and across the African diaspora. She has proved to be vocal about it again and again through her art and trying to heal and spread love. None more obvious than in Renaissance, where she shined a light on pioneers in house music from the Black, trans, and LGBTQIA communities. And now she's doing it with country, reclaiming the Black country music and the Black cowboys, which she also made a nod to in her Grammys outfit, which was from Pharrell's Louis Vuitton collection, shining a spotlight on Black cowboys. Peele's particular brand of horror and the Black experience in America is extremely on par with what Beyonce talks about, and it makes perfect sense. There's another point that I need to explore regarding Nope and Renaissance, and that has to do with the CGI horse and that alien. The beginning of Nope starts with a quote from the Bible, Nahum 3:6. I will cast abominable filth on you, make you vile, and make you a spectacle. This is a film about spectacle, and what you consume will consume you. The basic premise of Nope is that there is an alien-like creature that appears at the Haywood Ranch, and Emerald gets very excited and decides she and OJ need to capture a photo of it because it could make them rich. OJ's not as keen. He doesn't have a smartphone, and when he sees the creature, he just says, nope. A series of events unfold, and people trying to monetize on getting the perfect shot of this alien for their own benefit. However, the downside of looking at the alien means it will consume you, literally, eat you whole, spit you out, and raid blood all over your house. Hence the Bible quote. It will cast abominable filth upon you, make you vile, and make you a spectacle. But if you don't look at the alien, it won't eat you, and OJ figures this out. Quoting a Vox article titled Jordan Peele's Nope explained, when it comes to OJ, he knows not to look. He opts out. Nope. But you can't really opt out of spectacle culture. It's around you. And whether or not you want to participate, it tends to suck you in anyhow. When OJ and Emerald realize there's some kind of flying saucer in the sky, their first impulse is to film it, to own a representation of it. That's not without reason, since they've grown up knowing that their family's place in Hollywood history was essentially stolen from them by those more interested in the horse's name than in the Haywoods. But their urge to get the impossible shot is greater than their urge to run away from danger itself. Yet, it might help explain why OJ's the first to realize that the saucer isn't a saucer at all, at least not like the kind they're used to seeing in the movies. It wasn't crazy to assume the object in the sky was a ship carrying aliens. Many of the things we believe about the world around us and about our history come from the representations of them on screens, not reality. Our ideas of what war is like, what cities are like, what love is like, how the West was won, they all come through movies. They have since the pictures started moving. And remember the shiny ball that spooked the horse at the beginning of the film? It's a mirror ball, known as a VFX ball, a key tool for digital video artists in making today's spectacle-driven CGI blockbusters. Quoting the Vox article again, "Nope, at least a little bit is a warning, or maybe a prophecy, or a call for a reboot, a reminder to care about what or who gets our attention. When midway through the film the saucer rains guts and bloods down on the ranch, you have to think of Nahum's words. I will cast abominable filth on you." A culture built on spectacle can only get more spectacular, coaxing us to always look at it and to never tear ourselves away, to gorge ourselves on it. The impossible trick is to just say nope. Nope is centrally about how our experiences of reality have been almost entirely colonized by screens and cameras and entertainment's portrayals of what it calls reality, to the point that we can barely conceive of experiencing reality directly, with honesty and without any kind of manipulation.
I think people are so brainwashed. You get up in the morning, you click on the computer, you see all these pictures, and it's all you think of is the picture and the image that you see all day, every day, and you don't see the human form. And I think when Nina Simone put out music, you loved her voice. That's what she wanted you to love. That was her instrument.
And the CGI horse? The dangers of AI and how quick we are able to replace humans with technology. We've lost our humanity to technology a long time ago. No matter how much CGI horses look like a horse, though, it will never be the real thing. Just like you can tell the difference between a fake and a real flower. They don't have a soul. They don't have that spark of life. Loop the sample back to Beyonce and the mind control interlude. I am not a robot. She cannot be replaced. No Beyonce I. The people who control the media control the mind. Why do we believe everything we see on TV without questioning it? Hive mindset, groupthink, cancel culture, the attention economy, capitalism, big tech, big pharma, big government, Big Brother is watching. That is the problem America has. And Beyonce is not having it and will not let us be lost. Of course, she can't come out and say these kinds of things head on, which is why it is layered in tons of symbolism throughout her photo shoots, her lyrics, her visuals, and everything she has done during this Renaissance era. We see here at the news desk of Cunty News, with a giant on-air sign, lay twins flying on antennas and her anchoring the news. She's positioning herself as the media. She's spreading a message of love and soul, not fear and fake news. We see it again in her Texas Hold'em teaser. Radio Texas, 100,000 watts of healing power. Beyonce is going to be the news, the radio, the film, the TV. She will be across all media, depicted as so throughout her visuals. She's fighting against numbing ourselves out of our minds on pills and social media. With the Renaissance World Tour, she's brought together our human connection. The energy is real. And that is why I believe Beyonce's gonna make a dystopian horror film with Jordan Peele. And the reason it's a film is because you can say a lot more in a film than you can in an album. And again, Monkey Paw Productions, Jordan Peele's production company, tweeted this after the Super Bowl. I don't think it's any coincidence that they've used Nope in these photos.